A new world order.
You know, I used to say early on when I was a kid, I'd say, when I was a young senator, I'd say, if I were a Jew, I'd be a Zionist. I am a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a
These oligarchs, all of them, are related with the system of the pedophilia one. Because we know that there are more than 8 million children per year which they disappear. 8 million does mean the entire population of Austria. Mm-hmm. They disappear without any information, simply like that. This criminal act is have to be stopped. And we stop in the moment when the people arrive in the consciousness and the people they arrive to understand that this is not their life. Otherwise, we are not in the line anymore with what to receive from the nature. Mm-hmm. We receive a fantastic planet with a fantastic resources, and we destroy entirely. Everything is doing just for greed.
Rebecca Conway, 13 years old, sexual intercourse and oral sex at the Trump Vineyard Estates. $5 million settlement paid by DJ Trump. Maria Oliveira, 12 years old. Her family was paid $16 million to settle allegations of forcible sexual intercourse occurring at Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida in 1993 by DJ Trump. Number 6, Kevin Knoll, 11 years old. A boy. Anal rape at Trump Tower. 1998. Settlement details unknown. Just get that out of the way, people. So here's your Trumpstein, making Israel great again. Just a little heads up for all the fucking MAGA morons, QAnon idiots, deceived New Agers believing that Gesara and Nasara and Trumpstein and QAnon is coming to save you.
A bunch of Zionist hoodlums whose behavior is an insult to the stature of Jews all over the world.
However, now we are getting to more of the sick occultic stuff that me and others have covered that goes on within Hollywood circles. And that is actor Keanu Reeves now stating that Hollywood's elite get high off drinking the blood of babies. And yes, this is actually true, as disturbing as it may sound. Yes, they do get high off it. They terrorize human sacrifices before they are sacrificed in a cult ritual. There are chemicals such as adrenaline that get pumped into the blood that get people high, much like cocaine, when they actually consume the blood. And it's just another sick occultic practice that a lot of the Luciferians and scumbag elite practice out in Hollywood. Besides pedophilia, they actually, yes, kill babies in ritual sacrifice. Now, there are even families that are said to have worked for, people that are in Luciferian families who have come together as whistleblowers, stating that there are a lot of women even in these Luciferian families who will act as surrogates for these sacrificial children, where they will get pregnant, hide for a few months to hide the pregnancy, deliver the child, and the child is used in occultic practices. And they have these all throughout Luciferian families, women that their only job is to get pregnant and pump out children to be used for ritual sacrifice. As sick as it may sound, it happens all the time. And of course, we know that there is also a lot of human trafficking going on as well. Depending on the different types of occult ritual, different things, even up to human men, human women, teenagers, it doesn't matter. They use sacrifices for different types of things. But the sacrificing of babies actually goes all the way back to even written in the Bibles, when people had to give up their firstborn, or else they had the hexagrams painted on their doors. A lot of people may remember that story from the Bible. Anyway, here, Hollywood elites use the blood of babies to get high, according to Keanu Reeves. who warns that these people believe the more innocent the child and the more it suffered before it died, the better the high. That is absolutely correct as per the different chemicals I said. The revelations that are coming out of Hollywood now, I'm telling you, they are just the tip of the iceberg, Keanu Reeves said in Milan, Italy, where he unveiled 3 motorbikes that he designed for a company he co-founded in 2007. Explaining that he is building to a future where he is free from Hollywood's shackles, the John Wick star spoke with revulsion about the place of the child in Hollywood. Children are revered, they are put on pedestals, but they are also tortured, raped, murdered, and consumed in various ways. They are currency. And I'm sad to say this practice seems to be becoming more and more open in those circles in recent years. Keanu Reeves, whose younger sister suffered from leukemia, finds it inconceivable that anyone could be so selfish as to destroy a young person's life for your own personal pleasure. But that is the sort of person running Hollywood, said Reeves, who donated 70% of his earnings from the Matrix trilogy to hospitals treating children with cancer. These people are sociopaths, pure and simple. And just a reminder too, I want to remind you who also runs the quote-unquote Shriners hospitals. Shriners are an order of Freemasonry, the Order of the Mystic Shrine, which is and you have to be a 32-degree Freemason to become a Shriner, and those are the same people who run the Shriners hospitals. Take that for what you will. It's a little disturbing when you actually find out who runs those hospitals. They see it as the ultimate high. They say it gives them life. The more the child suffered, the more fear and hormonal adrenaline it had in its system at the time of death, the stronger the effect on the people who consume that blood. They live for this stuff. According to Reeves, the number of Hollywood elites who engage in the ritual abuse of children and the practice of drinking their blood is not insignificant. Some of these guys carry around bottles of blood. They call it red wine, but they don't hide it. From what I understand, there is a supply chain that delivers young children on the regular. I've heard them refer to times of famine, times of feast. For a long time, I thought it was a joke, a coded language, and I didn't think it could be what it seemed to be, said Reeves, who explained, but then I got invited to a well-known Mogul's mansion, and he had 2 dead babies in his fridge, a white one and a brown one. I freaked out. I broke this guy's things. I broke his nose. I called the police, and they said I sounded crazy. Despite being one of the most bankable Hollywood stars, Reeves has remained an outsider, often giving away huge amounts of money to charitable causes or those less well off. His best friend, River Phoenix, died young. His wife, Jennifer Sims, delivered a stillborn child in 1999 and died 18 months later. Well, just if I went to a mogul's mansion and I found 2 babies in the fridge, I think I'd do a little bit more than break his nose. I'd probably be arrested, hopefully with a temporary insanity plea, but they probably wouldn't want to. They'd probably throw me in jail because they're not even going to want to talk about the babies that the guy had in his fridge in court. Like I said, these guys are. The police have been helping these people cover up crimes for a lot of years too, and hopefully that comes to an end the more it gets exposed. Keanu has seen enough death in his life. He doesn't want to glory in the death of babies or participate in the sick rituals practiced by Hollywood elite. I just hope with all the dirt coming out of Hollywood now, people will start to wake up and realize the extent of what's going on there. People can't be expected to take in all that at once. Until then, these people will keep getting away with it. Keanu remains the only Hollywood star who doesn't own a mansion and has dedicated the last few years to developing Arch, a custom motorbike business he co-founded, stating that he sees his future away from Hollywood and with working with my hands. Sometimes I dream about Hollywood burning to the ground, said Reeves. Well, if this is true, I'm going to say right now that's probably going to be the end of his major film roles. Because if you don't play around with their rules or you start exposing this shit, they blackball you in that industry. And it's just, every day, if anyone's been following the stories coming out of Hollywood, we're getting new reports every single days of people being exposed for pedophilia, spirit cooking, ritual satanic abuse, child sex trafficking, the quote-unquote casting couch, and Harvey Weinstein and all that stuff. You're familiar. It sounds like Hollywood is falling apart at the seams now. I don't know how much more this is going to go on and how many stars are going to start blowing the whistle. But hopefully this is the beginning of the end of Hollywood and their satanic practices. Would be nice to actually have people that actually made films and movies for art nowadays, you know, real screenwriters, real movie producers. Because nobody even likes half the garbage coming out of Hollywood anymore. The movies are getting worse and worse. Anyway, that's going to be all for this video. The link will be in the description. If there's any questions or comments, leave them below. And until we speak again, this is Kenenigan, and take care.